you moving too fast on some NASCAR shit. Slow down, you might crash, put your brakes on. Bitch, you got some damn nerves. I was just trying to speak. Who the hell you trying to curve? Put your brakes on. Yeah.
Let's get started, man. The first story, episode 1. War Stories, episode 1. Well, this takes place in Iraq. I was an 81 millimeter mortarman. So we're on a gun line. We have 8 guns on the gun line. I was squad leader for gun 7. Gun 1, 2, 3, 4 from the right. Gun 1 is all the way to the right. Gun 8 all the way to the left. So I'm gun 7. It's about 5 to 6 people on each gun. So and on the guns, it's a mortar pit. The 81 millimeter mortar is Google it to see a picture of it, but it's probably about the barrel, biparts, and everything, base plate standing. It's probably about, I don't know, around 4 feet tall, maybe a little taller. But you dig out a mortar pit in the sand. It's a big round mortar pit, and you sandbag it up. It got sandbags all around it, and the longer you're there in that spot, the more you dig at it, the more, that's your home. That's where you're sleeping. That's where you live for however long you're going to be there. So anyway, we're at the mortar pit. It's late one night. Gun 1 was shooting some aluminum rounds. Aluminum rounds, they just shoot in the air. They explode, light up the sky. It was for a squad that was out there so they could see better. So Gun 1 shooting aluminum rounds. And one of my squad members, I'm not going to say his name, but he was talking to me about dying and stuff, like feeling like he's gonna die, this and that. And me, I was young and stuff. I'm like, hey man, don't worry about that shit. Fuck that shit, man. You'll be alright. Don't worry about it. Just don't think about it, And everybody on my gun kept jumping every time Gun 1 shot. Boom. I'm like, so I was saying, hey, stop jumping, man. It's just Gun 1 down there. I was like, if somebody's shooting at us, you gonna know it. And I promise you, soon as I said that, I looked to my left and I just seen a fireball coming. Boom, boom, boom. They were just coming. Some was hitting the ground, exploding. Some was exploding in the air. Now, at this time, we didn't know who was shooting at us, what was going on. We just know bomb. These are, I tell you, they were artillery rounds, 155 rounds. Might as well say bombs. And so a friend of mine that was in my squad, we called him Goku, Dominican dude. He black as me, but he didn't know he was black. He just thought he was Dominican, just Dominican. But anyway, I didn't think this dude knew a prayer. Before this, I didn't think this dude knew nothing about praying, no type of prayer in his body. But man, when these rounds start coming, me and Goku was just trying to cover the rest of the squad members' head. We tossing sandbags down on the head, just trying to protect everybody's heads. And man, we was praying so loud. I don't know what we was saying, how we was praying, but I know we was praying probably just as loud as these bombs striking. Cause I'm talking about me and Goku. We was just, I don't know, man. So people that don't believe in God, hey, that's cool. You do what you do, but man, I ain't got no choice but to believe in God. Anyway, they come, boom, 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 and after a while, I could tell that the rounds were like it was just walking the gun line, starting from Gun 1. So that's when I was like, oh shit, go that way. Everybody get the fuck out the mortar pit, go that way. So boom, we go, start going. Then like a dumbass, I forgot my rifle. So I'm like, oh shit. So I go back to get my rifle. And in my head, I'm thinking, this is how I die right here. I forgot my fucking rifle. But I went and got it, came back, ran. See, as we running, we see one of our corpsmen, a friend of mine, he's laying on the ground like he gasping for air. He one of the rounds knocked him off his feet, and he got the wind knocked out of him. Sergeant J come out of nowhere and just grab him before he would still get his breath back, and just basically drag him back to the gun line so he could start performing first aid on the people that was injured. We couldn't even call it in because our OE, which is an antenna, how we can communicate, was split in half. One round split it in half. You got one dude running around, they're all dead. It just smoke and stuff everywhere. But come to find out, it was the army. The fucking army, artillery, shot at us thinking that we was the enemy when we was shooting the loom rounds. They fucked us all up. But anyway, it was okay. We had some people had to get medevac, but nobody died that night. A little while later, I don't know exactly how long later, a couple of weeks or whatever, we had went somewhere else to a different position. But we was doing something different. We had 4 gun trucks, and we used to patrol these certain roads looking for IEDs and landmines. And every now and then they may call a mission on the radio for us to do whatever. So this one night, it's actually getting kind of close to time to get relieved for the next shift, because we patrol from like 4 p.m. to like midnight, something like that. But someone called on the radio and was like, it was somebody was shooting mortar rounds at our base camp. So they wanted us to be on the lookout for them. So we set up a roadblock. We stopping all vehicles coming and going. And it's getting later and later, almost time to pack up and head back. Well, we see this one car driving and it's just swerving. And we're like, what in the world going on with them? So we stop them, pull them over, search the vehicle. It's full of alcohol and gasoline, fuel everywhere. Full of it, jugs of it, canisters of it, all. So we got the 2 dudes ID, ran it on the radio. They told us that they were just fuel smugglers. So they were like, we could let them go, just make sure they dump out the fuel. So we made them dump out the fuel and all that. But shoot, I mean, it was alcohol in there. And me and a couple other dudes, like, let's split the alcohol amongst the 4 gun trucks. So amongst the 4 vehicles, everybody get a little alcohol, take back with them, whatever, you know. Like, okay, cool. Our staff sergeant who was over all of us just got pissed. Like, I'm charging all you motherfuckers. I'm charging you, I'm charging everybody. As soon as we get back, I'm charging all y'all. We're like, what the fuck? Anyway, so instead of when we drive at night, we turn the headlights off and we use NVGs, night vision goggles. But we was running late, and our staff sergeant that said you're gonna charge everybody decided, hey, let's take a shortcut through this village, which we took the night before because we were running late. But when we're taking this shortcut through this village, they have street lights, so we can't. That blinds you with the NVG. So we had to actually turn the headlights on and just drive regular through this village. So we driving through. As soon as we hit this one intersection, hell broke loose. We got ambushed, and it was like if you ever been driving and it just start raining and it's almost like you could see the raindrops as they're coming to the front windshield. That's how it was, but with bullets onto my everywhere. So, and when you ride, you have your rifle pointed out the window at all times. So it's like an immediate reaction. As soon as, if you start getting shot at, you fire back. But so we're firing back and everything. And if you ever rode in a Humvee, the seat kind of sits straight up. But a little trick we used to do, because we had the most raggedy gun trucks it was. So we had no kind of armor right here. All the armor was like right here. So we used to take the screw out the bottom of the seat. That way the seat would recline back some, so you have a little protection right there. So the way that is, when my seat recline back, I can't see looking through that front windshield. I can only see certain stuff. I'm looking at an upward angle. So I didn't see the vehicle in front of us. And James was driving. I'm in the passenger seat. We got somebody in the interior. We got another Marine in the back seat. And James, stop. We just getting shot at. James, stop. Like, James, what the fuck you stop for? He was like, the Humvee in front of us flipped in the ditch. I'm like, oh, man. So the Humvee in front of us had flipped in the ditch and is laying upside down in this muddy ditch, probably like knee deep in mud. So we stop our vehicle, we get out the vehicle, we running down the street, we get to Staff Sergeant vehicle first, and we waiting for Staff Sergeant, the one that said we're gonna charge everybody. Like, to give some kind of order. He's the leader. This motherfucker was scared, like He was so scared, he literally couldn't even speak. He couldn't say one word to us while all this shit going on. We're still getting shot at and shit. He couldn't say one single word. He was just scared. He was just scared stiff like. So we like, fuck Staff Sergeant. We run down to get to the vehicle. That Marine that was talking about death and stuff that night, he was driving that vehicle. He had got shot in the head. That's why the vehicle flipped in the ditch. So me and James grabbed him. We was dragging him up the ditch, and we put him in the back of my Humvee. Then we had another Marine, Croto. We pulled him out, and Croto's face was bloody. And I was like, I'm like, you okay? He was still talking and stuff. He like, yeah, I'm good. He was like, the butt stop. He was in a turret when the vehicle flipped. He was like, the butt stop just hit me in the face. I was like, okay, cool. Come to find out though, he had got shot twice in the face. But another Marine who had hands got burned that night. The Army shot at us. He had got medevac, but he came back. Decided to come back with our platoon, but he got shot in the neck this night. When we got ambushed, but he was still alive. The only death we had this night was the Marine that got shot in the head that was driving. So, but we pulling everybody out, man, and we sitting there, just shooting, just waiting on support, our support, and medevac and all that to come. So we were basically just sitting ducks, just firing back, and just finally when our support showed up, it was a wrap. As everybody know, United States, that's probably one of the main reasons why we are superpower wide is because our air support. Like it ain't nothing. It's no escape. When air support show up, it's no escape. But so we all my tires got shot out except for one. So we drove it back on flats except for one tire. Holes all in the vehicle, but nobody in my vehicle had a scratch. Nobody. And that was pretty much that. But I can tell you, after that, they ended up taking that staff sergeant out of our platoon because, like, he got no respect. Like, there's no way you can have respect when you're in a leadership position and you all the way bitch up when shit hit the fan. Cause this staff sergeant, he used to go around. Yeah, let's go find some insurgents. Yeah, let's go kill bodies. This, that. But when shit hit the fan, this motherfucker was scared shitless where he couldn't even speak. The people who talk the most shit be the scariest motherfuckers. Don't ever do no dangerous shit with a person that talk a lot of shit. I'm telling you that right now because the motherfuckers be the scariest motherfuckers it is. But to my straight cowards. But anyway. That was that, man. That was that story. I think let's see how long this is. Man, that's 14 minutes. So we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it at that story right there. And the next story will just be for the next episode 2. So if y'all like these war stories, this first one, I got plenty more to tell. So make sure y'all subscribe or hit the like button or comment to let me know that, hey, keep the war stories coming. So that's it. And y'all make sure y'all listen to my music I put out or whatever else I put out, man. I try to keep stuff pretty positive, but at the same time, I don't like to sugarcoat stuff. I like to tell stuff how it is, man. The world is fucked up, man. As far as kneeling shit, I don't see why the hell people think a song is more important than people trying to kneel, these players kneeling and protesting about innocent black people getting shot. Or even if a black person does commit some kind of minor crime, that doesn't give nobody the right to sentence you to death. Nobody. Especially if it's just ridiculous. Well, I've been in combat and had to follow rules of engagement where we can't just shoot somebody just because we think something or whatever. No, it's just crazy. And you have, in a lot of these situations, people of color actually with no weapon on them, but getting shot. Self mistake, and it's not just boom, 1-2 shots. It's like they getting riddled with bullets. It's crazy. And people think a song like I think the that the national anthem was written in like 1814, something like that. You know, slavery wasn't abolished till what, 1864 or 65 or something, like somewhere around there. So when somebody is calling me, man, and it's messing me up. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, somebody called me, so I had to pause it, but I'm back. I was saying, basically, when that national anthem was written, my ancestors were slaves. So it's no way you can expect for somebody like me to feel maybe as passionate about that particular song as somebody that ancestors were not slaves during that time. During that time, my ancestors didn't mean nothing to America but what we could do for free for them. You know, so I'm sorry if I don't get well, I'm not sorry that I don't get emotional because of that song, because that's not, I've been in war and combat. I just told that particular war story of one of my squad members dying. You know what I'm saying? I feel almost every time I work out, I think about him, and it pushes me to work harder, do that extra set, that extra rep or whatever. And I have a tattoo on my arm right here, big ass tattoo of another friend of mine that got killed while we was over there. Like I think about those lost all the time, and a song just doesn't do nothing for me because that song doesn't represent them. Not in my opinion, not in my head, maybe in your head, but I respect that opinion. But I still respect the lives being lost now more than a song. I'm sorry. And as for the flag, if you think I don't know, it seems like it's mostly conservatives who feel so deeply, think that it's some kind of disrespect to the flag or whatever. But if they read like the regulations about the flag codes and what's disrespectful to the flag, they'll find out that kneeling is nowhere in there. But a lot of the stuff that they do with the flags, as far as decorations and stuff goes, are in fact disrespectful to the flag, if you really want to be technical about it. But the thing is, another thing also, man, if you're a conservative, you're supposed to be Christian, then you don't supposed to be idolizing a flag anyway. You know, America is about the people. America is not about a song or about a flag. It is about the actual people. That's what means the most. And if that doesn't mean the most to you, you probably need to look at yourself in the mirror. Now, and if you got an issue with that, hey, you just got an issue with that, you know. Make your own YouTube video, whatever, but just mine. So, and I delete people's shit that I don't, you know, that talk that shit that I feel is just ridiculous. I would just delete your shit, and you know, I ain't got time to debate with nobody. I mean, I got stuff to do. But yeah, whoa, my camera just went way over there. So that's War Stories, episode 1. Episode 2 will be coming. Y'all just tell me what y'all like about it. All right, be safe, be happy, take care of the kids. Put the kids first. All right, peace.